to Falcons, who are winning the previous map. At least we get a decider. And we get to see if Sinners can keep up their really good track record on Nuke. Who takes it for you? He doesn't know. Maybe he's not here. Who knows? Maybe he's muted. We'll never know, guys. Dean is lost to the ether.
I am here. Apologies.
All good. Who's winning, Dean? Tell me right now.
Well, no one. It's 0-0. I know what you meant,
enough.
but I had to do that, dude.
Fine.
I'm gonna go with Sinners. I feel like their team, even without the full five, the team chemistry should play in a little bit more here, and a couple of players with rough ping on Falcons not gonna help them. I think it's the safe bet, perhaps.
Yeah.
Falcons are crazy, so who the hell knows? As Beastick gets the first headshot. Everyone else though down secret.
That was a lovely tap, considering it was through the walkway as well, the grate of the walkway. And now down toward B we go, breaking the glass. Beastick is back here though, in the correct position, trying to help out his teammate Shock, but he'll get deleted. So immediately a recovering kill. Nice one from Kenny to take. As he goes for a peek toward lower, just about grabs it. And that drops the bomb as well. Masuta leaving that on the site. Tommy's here to lead too. He can open the door at any time, and he gets himself one kill. That could be enough to keep them in the advantage. Beastick is waiting for a fallback just in case. It's Haji and Python 2v3. Most exit paths are kind of cut off, but now Haji taking that one is a huge success, and Python's just tapped down Beastick. So the round has switched back in return, but he's going to get spooked. He's chasing him down in Zero with the dualies. And yet he gets himself one kill, but Python just recovers it. Zero, of course, with those dualies, has so many bullets to work with, but thankfully Python just about recovers the situation.
Yeah, it was a nasty shot on towards the ramp from the back of the silo. There we go, that one. Gives him the room to get the bomb plant, and with a little bit of pressure off his teammate as well in towards the double doors. Knowing who he was dealing with coming down through secret, rather. Here we go. Force buy as you would expect, really, on a map like Nuke. You don't see the eco, I don't think, as often. You want the utility on a map like this, so in for the force buy, see what you can get done on this one. And well, Shock was the deagle hero of Inferno. Unfortunately, only one comes to him this time. A tough corner to get anything else from, nowhere to fall back to, and well, with that speed bomb site itself should be taken. Beastick wanted to say something about it from window, but not really allowed to, and at this point I think you call for the save for both SMGs.
Yeah, probably. He's something to work with in the next as well. I mean, money would help here for Tom. He's kind of stuck, so he absolutely can't save in this position. He's trying to play the smoke fade and give him an advantage up against Python, but Python's got his crosshair trained. And there's the leg spotted. Just about recovers for that. And looks like Falcon's going to win the round with 4 players alive as well. In BK and his trusty MP7. Don't get me wrong, the MP7's very good. I mentioned it earlier. I didn't get a chance to really talk about it. I think last player I really saw using that a bit more was probably Nico Odos on Fnatic. Good stuff from Falcons. Bit of momentum, bit of money to work with. Sinners won't be left with much in this round either, as I said, only the Mac 10. So there is a shot here for a for at least a good start to T side, not getting locked out early on.
Yeah, I mean, a risk maybe to be taken with the Mac 10. Try and send the pistols forward, have the Mac 10 in the back, and hopefully clear up any damage. Could be a good way of doing it, but well, is that the case? Not quite a pincer maneuver, no, not at all. They're going to keep that on top of the hut. A little bit of a stack around the A bomb site, and unfortunately they've already lost the B bomb site pretty much with that charge down ramp. NBK is going to have a good shot at building up money himself on his SMG.
Now, by Python. But no problem.
Still hiding. Nope. Python was ready.
Python 7-0 to start this game. That's nice.
Had a good game, I believe, on a decent game rather back on Inferno, despite his teammates struggling, if I remember. Same, was it?
He was doing okay, I think, yeah.
Was a little bit quieter on the previous map.
Mostly, yeah, it was mostly Haji and Masuta getting a lot of impact kills. I think. for me, anyway. MBK,
yeah,
of course, on T
Inferno for
side.
sure.
Yeah,
He had
Inferno
crazy
T side.
entries as well.
Yeah.
They've all had their moments throughout the series. I think Python just kind of had his during the map where they lost pretty heavily, so didn't show as much. Either way, onto the real gun round now for Sinners. And off M4s across the board, decent utility, and well, it's going to be needed as that molly goes down to try and stop the secret cross. Not before NBK makes his way in, and well, a small gap in the smoke. It's not good enough for the kill, but so much damage is done on Kenny, and another couple of USP shots even at the end to bring him to 13.
Ooh.
But it's still somehow the initial entry for NBK.
Again. Nice angle to grab that frag as well. I would have thought Shock would be at the advantage there, and that's the B bomb site lost already, really. And this big stick can just go huge here. Gives himself one. He can just spray the second, and in the end has to readjust for a tap, and that's a superb job to get another back. And of course they know. I think Tom will have recalled, or at least know the information that Kenny is low too. So it's a 4v3 with one low HP player, and Zero could be flanking Haji. Oh, it's so close. Haji now into the standoff. He has to peek, and he gets caught. So it's really going to be all Python here, you'd imagine. He does find one, goes aggressive for it, knows where Zero is. He's caught him in the vent and hits a second headshot. That's 10 kills for Python, and Kenny, even on low HP, takes one as well. It's Forzy, 1v2, no kit, with that AWP. Surely has to fall away from this now. There's no point sticking around. And wow, what a start in this game from Python. He needed to step up, he did exactly that.
2 kills to seal the deal, and a 4-0 lead for Falcons. I may have went wrong hedging my bets with Sinners.
Yeah.
When you asked me who did I think was going to take this final map. Still relatively early days, but just in comparison to what we've seen from Falcons on all the previous maps, now that they're the ones who are getting off to this fantastic start for themselves, especially here on the east side of Nuke, it's going to be Sinners that have to fight from behind, and we haven't really seen them be tested in that regard yet. Rather, it's been Falcons who are always fighting in from behind and still keeping it scrappy. So I think with the confidence now behind them, we're going to see a whole other level of performance. And PK, again, being the man to cross the secret, he's just always going to be the one working across, it seems, as Tom, well, gets rid of him anyway as an issue. They're recovering AK in the meantime as well, added on top of the op that they have on Forcey. So suddenly this becomes a round that Sinners can have something to say about.
Indeed. 4v4. Plenty of time as well for them to just figure out what's going on. Falcons can just wait for a little bit and see if Sinners go aggressive somewhere. Maybe give them a pick to work with and get some more information. But at the moment, Forzy and Tom still in the action. Molly in towards CT vent. Now they're going to try and make their way out of the door. You imagine all being held by Tom, but deleted by Haji. Now it's all Beastic on top of Hut, really. Needs to find at least one. He should be looked at, and there we go. Seems to take his first clear of the game. Python still yet to die. You imagine the auto save will come in again.
It's just a whole different look to what we had on the previous 2 maps. We didn't have that, really Falcons finding this sort of control on Inferno at any point. It was pretty back and forth. Now they're dominating this D side. Python 11-0. He is absolutely balling when it comes to the money as well. So the economy definitely is not going to be an issue anytime soon. It's just ridiculous how much better his economy is compared to everyone else. The only player even close is Masuta, and he's 5,500 before this round ends. So the no deaths has, of course, really helped out his money. But now we get guns again. Sinners are going to have at least a little bit of fight in them, and hopefully an opportunity to start picking up some rounds on the CT side, because, I mean, in theory, they could still come out with a 10-5 half, but how good Falcons have been, I don't think that would be too likely. 8-7, 9-6 even, that would be a fantastic recovery from Sinners at this point. Yeah, door. It's pretty standard, apart from the fact that they aren't sending NBK outside like they usually do.
Very far. The vent dive coming in, there you go, straight down. Python should finally get stopped here by Tom, shadow spotted, and there you go, free kill. His first death of the game. Turns his KD into 1-1-1. But Kenny's still lurking. Trying to follow them down the vents. might be able to do so. MPK gets the call, I think, from Kenny that it's a possibility. He goes back to look at it, and Beastic finds it. Zero still at CT event as well. Kenny has to take the kill and does. That's a huge one to take. Bomb is down now as well. On B, planted and ticking away. As you're looking for the kill, finds another one, and Falcons individuals are stepping up now. Masuta can't really afford to swing double doors again, but he does cross the angle back to the opposite side. He can now play with the door if he really wants to, but he has to go and check on the other side. Now, it's all down to Hadji and Kenny. Hadji finds one more. Molotov is on the bomb. That should mean it's very hard to get this defuse in action. Time's ticking down. Shock's now holding it. I think he's just about got it as the kills come through. He does. It's quite comfortable in the end, actually. And Sinners get off the board on Nuke.
Yeah,
That was close.
It was. Is it going to be a performance they can replicate now? Because it wasn't easy. It comes down to the retake from a disadvantage as well that they pull off. If they get to a position like that again, they probably won't be successfully coming out on top.
Can I just say, am I going crazy, or why did Masuta swing that way? There was actually no one there.
I don't know.
Did he hear a ghost? I think he heard a ghost, guys.
Or maybe just presumed there was someone coming from that way, and
because a molly was thrown. A molly was thrown there, and there was a molly thrown from quite a distance back at ramp. So I don't know. I don't see a reason why he'd need to look back that way when the doors are open. He could just shut the door. The doors didn't have a hole in them, I don't think, yet. I don't know why he wouldn't shut the door in that scenario. I said he should play with the door in the play-by-play, and he didn't. And then he turned his back to the play. So, yeah, Masuta has confused me there with that one. But I'm sure there was a reason behind it that I'm maybe not understanding.
I wasn't focused on him enough, really, to break it all down. Kenny S with the initial kill. Fortunately, they lose Python in the meantime, who has been such a valuable asset. But it may not be detrimental to the round, at least from what we're seeing. Masuta looking to make up for some mistakes in that previous round. Comes out with one kill, at least, before being returned on. As the outside control still being fought for, really. It was Kenny versus, I think, Tom there that was continuing to look around the edge of that smoke. Both of them eventually giving up on their hopes and dreams of outside and went on to play things a little bit more passively at this point. Still a minute as well. So for Falcons, I think they're relatively happy with this position. It's allowing them to reassess. NBK's all the way back in spawn, is he? I thought he might have had a smoke or something he was getting ready to throw, but...
Oh, what a frag to take. Shock removed. That could be a bit of a lifeline coming in. And I think this round's going to be said and done. And it's definitely said and done for Shock, who we're having a lovely view of his dead body on the ground right now. Zero. He's last alive and probably looking to save now. He's miles away. So, all good for Falcons. They've recovered it again. Bomb go down toward the A site. Completely observe a fixed view in a second. No worries.
I'm fine with looking at Shock's booty.
There you go.
Zero's just saving in the back of ramp either way.
Yeah, there's nothing you would have seen anyway.
Also near dead. We're not seeing much of a difference. But either way, 3 players left standing again for Falcons. Lose one round, immediately return, keep the kind of standard number of players standing to build the economy as well, so that you're not investing more than you're going into the round with.
Yeah.
The AK though should allow a buy for Sinners once again. It'll be rough on maybe one player. Who is that? Is the question though. Who has to sacrifice? Shock could just about buy for himself if he doesn't go for nades. So I was thinking Tom will probably get the M4, yeah. And he goes for a FAMAS even just to get the full utility. Makes sense on a map like Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. I'm surprised they don't give Shock as much as possible, though, after his performance in the previous map in vain. He definitely hit 30. I think it was a 32 in the end, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 31, can't remember, but it was definitely plus 30.
Either way, again.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Exactly. And, yeah, I would have liked to see him on the better guns, but there we are. Okay. Right. Zero's pushed all the way through. I was looking at it for a second. I was like, there's a good chance at trigger discipline here. And he tried it, but he takes the one. And the one is enough, right? To force them down secret faster than maybe they would have wanted. So straight into Forzy Zorp. Gives them a couple. Haji will retake that position on top of Silo. Marshmallow. Whatever you want to call it. But it's still a 2v4 and make that a 1v4.
Well, Haji's still standing. Hasn't taken any damage with these initial 2 kills either, but now with the op being the next player he has to deal with, must have taken any damage at all, pretty much. And Amali will be effective in doing so. Gives him a chance against B-Stick in the one-on-one there. Unfortunately, doesn't win it out. That will be a second round for Sinners. Not as clean as it was looking to be, though, so I think they'll still be happy that Haji's able to at least put a dent in the economy. Force the purchase again of at least 2 more rifles and a lot of utility as well, leaving them really not too much in the reserve. So yeah, Falcons have their shot. They'll hopefully come swinging back at them again. Kind of need to, since they've invested pretty much everything here. Only Haji has kept money, and that's partly because he went for a Mach 10, which might imply a quick round. Indeed, right towards ramp.
Whoa. Not much they can do about that. I think they honestly did pretty well to go 1 for 1. And Tom is in position 2. MBK's made noise, dropping down. He's going to strafe outside, but Forzy's too quick for him. If Forzy had missed that shot, it would have most certainly been the end of him, because MBK would have landed and been able to take a shot first. Kenny actually hits that tag on B-Stick and has to tag him a second time to finish off the kill. Now he's charging in. Oh, what a fast shot on Zero. He had no right to get that quick recovery and quick second kill. Masuta could be about to get caught in the back, but he just gets round the angle before he's walked upon by Tom. But that fast flank could still be the biggest issue in this round. Look at him, he's in hut right now. Kenny will flash to try to escape, but Masuta right now is flanking the flanker. Does he know Tom's even around the position? What a weird set of timings. Wow. Tom's going to be wondering, how on earth has that just happened? Forzy, 1 versus 2. Bomb can go down. 35 seconds, all good. And Masuta has 2 flashes to help out as well, but Forzy, full belt for this attempted retake. Surely he goes for it because of that, and yes, he is. Creeping in, Masuta can choose to checkmate at any point. When does his mental clock tick over? It ticks now, and what a big round that is for Falcons to take. 7 on the board. They had no right to win that one. Huge stuff from Kenny and Masuta.
Yeah, this is what we needed from Kenny. I mean, he doesn't need to be super flashy or necessarily at the top of the scoreboard, rather. He just needs to be able to have those rounds where he gets the 1 and 2 kills. That's all we need to see from him, and I know it's a lot to ask with 120 plus ping. Also, what time is it in Abu Dhabi?
I think it's a 4-hour difference, I think.
Are they behind or ahead?
Ahead, so Abu Dhabi time.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late there. It's nearly 1 in the morning.
There you go, 10 to
with high ping, yeah. Probably jet lagged. So you've got to give him some props for how he's playing. NBK's had his moments as well. His Inferno game was sick.
Exactly. They're just demons, man. They're used to it. They've been playing CS all night for their whole lives, so it's fine.
They're off balance when they're not playing CS.
Exactly.
No one really trailing behind or putting in the extra effort at the moment on Sinners either. That's what they need again. Forzy, if he could show up on the op and just lock down outside, that would probably make things a lot easier. Not an easy thing to do, though. Also, with the economy struggling as it has been, he's really been getting as many chances on that op really as you'd like to see.
Yep. But Falcons are finding ways to win big disadvantageous situations. 2v4 in the previous. And a reward with pistols to face in the following round. Sure, every single one has Kevlar. And there are some dangerous 5.7s and Eagles for sure, but gotta be careful. Got to be careful.
Very slow round. Now now getting the fights on outside. Jesus. Tom Peake's like, you know, I can win this fight, and then there's 4 of them staring him down. Was lucky to even get away with the 1. Kenny, though, getting rid of that weapon to ensure it's not going to be recovered by anyone else, and well, they've got to get a move on. Only just over 30 seconds remaining to actually get into one of these bomb sites, and if they run into a bit of a stack, pistols could cause trouble. Flash into A, 2 players on the bomb site, one of them in towards the hut, rather. Around the CT vent, and I was going to say, it's not a great position when they're wrapping in from heaven as well, but it's already dealt with before that even becomes a problem, and that kill from NBK, they confirmed that the bomb is going to go down. They keep a player up in heaven for the after plant as well, in case those pistols had any crazy notions. But no, they're not going to be going for it. I think the Kevlar at this point pretty valuable. They might go looking outside for that weapon.
Definitely worth a
It's
gander.
gone, as we know.
Definitely worth a sort of, as I said, sort of a gander to stick around and maybe look for an exit and grab another gun, because, as you say, getting a free AK would be glorious. But yeah, just saving the Kevlar is their best choice. Not really pushed up, as you say. Yeah, so lead on the half confirmed for Falcons. And they're halfway there to sticking themselves back in Challenger League again for next season.
Actually getting a pause. Haven't been getting a lot of tactical pauses. I presume it's a tactical anyway. Most likely from Sinners, considering the scoreline and considering the situation with this being map number 3.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
The winner of this, of course, does manage to qualify for season 44. The loser not out. They do go down to the lower bracket, where, let me double check, they will play against the loser of alternate attacks and heat, which has also gone into a 3rd map right now. So lots of 3 mappers going on.
Yeah, some lot of Counter-Strike going on, as you say. In this particular bracket, 1 win. Or,
1 win. Ikla's still on the 1st map, is it? No, it's on the 2nd, sorry.
Yeah, they're almost there. So getting back to the Challenger League. AGO 500, they're getting to very close end of map as well. End of match, as you said. 13-14 at 1 round apiece. Be a fast A in this following round, though, for Falcons. And this time, Zero is eating it all up for breakfast. And there's room for a second as well. Titan gets himself 2. Response, which is a really good response, I've got to say. And Kenny's still on vent. Another 2-man advantage. Could be about to go begging here for Sinners. Bomb is on the site, recoverable by Python. You thought that was comfortable. I thought that was comfortable. But Python's 2 kills were completely unexpected. And it swung in their advantage again. There's a player in the smoke that Hadji needs to be careful of. He's only 30 HP. So that smoke will start to, of course, fade at some point. That grenade has blown, I think, a gun back down. I think that's the AWP, actually, from Forzy. But I don't think Python will need to take that. Tom has a Molotov. That's a nice bounce to force Hadji out. Free kill. 2v2. Kenny being looked for now as he's the last player alive. And he's ahead of the door, but the bomb is being held and it's not really planted for him. He's looking for Tom, but he's baiting him out. That's a lovely flick, but yeah, the bomb is always going to get defused. And it's a great retake for the Sinners, exactly when they had to as well.
Yeah, it was basically now or never. Lost that round, they would have been giving away at least 10 rounds to the T side already, and 8 is more than enough at this point for Falcons. If Sinners can stop them here, that would be ideal. Everything again put into this round though, so they cannot afford to again just have one single round and then Falcons return it. Ooh, aggression into the foot. That's a bit wild. Wasn't expecting that. A kill came in elsewhere in the meantime as well. I think that was outside around the edge of the smoke. So a 5-on-3 already for Falcons. I mean, what do you say? It's forcing them to, I believe, push into a ramp at this point.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, really. Deep smokes coming in as well. Making sure they can cross safely. Don't want to fall prey to situations that Sinners have. Whole minute to go. They can take their time in figuring it out. Could be finding if there's two players together, and that's exactly what's going on. Shock and Forzia pushing up ramp to look at lobby. And Haji will reshoot the glass to make sure it's broken. It's definitely broken now. They will be going in toward heaven. So they need to be relatively careful. There are multiple players here, but a good swing from Python does get a kill back in response. NBK needed that one, and that's probably a very hard kill to get on Hyping, as he was there. So 1v2, but look at Forzy. He's so close to jumping in. He's been jumping in right now. Hits the flick, and that was a chance at an immediate hold. He's going to go for that immediate hold. How do you need to swing? And he does. The bluff is called. Great try from Forzy. He knew he had a chance in that scenario to pounce in a 1v1 and at least recover it into the 1v1 as I mean. But yeah, Falcons clean it up again. Plenty of money. 9-3. Guaranteed at least a 9-6 at half.
Yeah, it's unfortunate at most, what, a second off that defuse. If he somehow managed to position himself even on the other side of the bomb, he might have got it. Then again, that might have wasted the bit of time that he needed either way, so kind of up in the air. But either way, as you said, a nice attempt at the 1-on-2. Unfortunately, it's not really enough at this point. They need more than attempts. They need round wins desperately as things are just spiraling out of control. What a shot from Forsy. A little bit angry, I think, about how that previous one ended. Won't be getting any more, unfortunately. Catches really good timing, although it might work against him now. Right on, nearly caught him during the reload. Sadly, didn't get any shots off on his teammate. If he could have taken at least one big play, it would have made it worthwhile. Instead, only Shock is left standing. 1-on-4 with a deagle. I mean, we've seen his deagle, but as the bomb gets planted and as Kenny already positions himself towards the door, I don't think there's a lot he's going to be able to do. He had got that first kill, maybe. That might perhaps the op would have been recovered.
Whoa. He's feeling it, Kenny. The BM's coming out. Yeah, that was a sexy one from Forzy, I will say. Falcons. Python's up to 18-6 now. I tell a lie. It's 19-6. I've done him a disservice. It's even better than I already thought. 114 ADR. Edgy up to over 100 ADR as well. The Python and Kenny having a great game. Just when they needed it too.
Okay, yeah, it takes lots of damage. Down to 44. Extra second and probably would have made it without any damage, but I think the hope was to beat the timing by running as the molly was ending, just was off maybe by a second. Either way, still gets the control around the vents, and if they do start taking this outside control now, and if they don't necessarily have to move down secret, it could actually just force someone to have a look down and see if the vent drop has come true. Although you've already got Forsy in position now, which kind of changes things a little bit. The only problem is he can't fall back away. There is no retreat. He needs to stand his ground, and that's exactly what he does. Wow. It's 4 kills. What the hell, Forsy? Okay.
Well, I mean, you asked for him to step up, and he heard you. There you go.
Is he gonna get Haji as well? No, he's not even looking what he's gonna flick. Nah, I was expecting the 180 after the 4K. I'm disappointed. You need to get eyes in the back of your head.
There you go. Damn, what a hold. That could be huge. Single-handedly winning a round on your own when you're 10-3 behind can be so impactful.
I want Forsy to hold me.
Half. There you go.
I kid.
Well, I feel like you'd be in pretty safe hands, to be fair.
Won't let you go.
No, not at all. Lovely replay.
You don't start really with a headshot on Kenny just to be sure.
Oh yeah, exactly. You don't often see the all those teams refacing that scenario, but look how much damage there was being done as well. Like in the meantime, the flash assists were perfect,
and it was slowing them down all that tagging. Even on the players that didn't get damaged a load, hit once or twice, slowed them and just made things so much easier for the op. They couldn't all scatter; they were all just kind of left in the oven. Yeah, and that those sort of plays now are starting to become more impressive when you remember that the AWP is a 5-bullet mag now. So, yeah, couldn't afford to miss and didn't. Falcons going for a quick split in the final round of the half. Suter taken. That isn't really working. It's a complete wipeout. So Sinners do get the 5 on CT side. It might be a very quick break. We are going to go to one and we'll be back to finish off this series. Don't go anywhere.
Yo, who do you think's going to Challenger League next season? Well, honestly, we thought it would be Sinners, but Falcons have had a brilliant performance on T side. Big performances from Python, Kenny, and from Haji, and they have a 10-5 lead going into CT.
Yeah, very impressive with 2 players playing on 120 ping, with a very slow start to the best of 3 as well. They've just done a great job turning things around, and the question is now, will they be able to put an end to it, or will we have Sinners putting in a strong T side of their own here on Nuke? Great work with the door there, forcing the first player out and isolating the fight, and then Kenny then manages a couple of his own. It wasn't as clean as maybe they would have hoped, but they have now dropped it into a 3-on-1, and Forsey already dinked up, is sprinting that bomb down to B, just hoping for a miracle bomb plant to at least add that extra money to the economy, and it's going to be stopped. No, yeah, okay, well, I really wasn't sure if he had stopped it for a second. It was so close.
Just man, just tapping down in the end.
Insane. Yeah, just like, nope, you're alone.
Like, I don't understand what happened there. That was...
Told you to come alone.
Yeah. NBK, just, man, as cheeky as anything. Slammed in the face, door stuck.
Oh, me house.
There you go. Get out my A-bomb site. Kenny hit 2 as well, big stuff. 14 and 8 for Kenny, 19 and 8 for Python. And his kills are even more impressive considering the situation. Playing, of course, from Abu Dhabi, as you so rightly said. Ready to play in the Blast show match tomorrow.
Sure he'll have a blast.
No doubt. In an arena in front of a crowd. That'll be the first time for Kenny for a good while. And then BK, to be fair.
Yeah, I
more
mean,
so for Kenny, though.
Sure, they're still well used to it, though, how many crowds they have played in front of
Oh,
overall.
sure. I'm just saying it'll be nice for it to happen again, right? Nice to be in an arena again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd imagine they'll be loving life. Probably just having a great time in Abu Dhabi in general.
For sure.
Being back together as well after such a long time. In ramp, though, this is just Deagles and a Tech 9, so we're not expecting loads, but a bomb plant would be nice and 2 kills. Oh, the timing there, though. Python caught off guard completely. Quick rotation, at least in from heaven. Not expected. So Kenny has a pretty much free reign on that kill. That was a strong position. I was going to stay on top of the silo to hopefully stop them pushing out hook, but instead drops down and makes it work. The USB even to try and finish it off. I mean, that's ballsy with the 120 ping. I think he had a couple M4 bullets. What is this from Shock? He's just so good at these consecutive Deagle kills.
That's the third one. The third one that you just don't see ever, really. You see it once in a blue moon, and the blue moon has risen 3 times in this game for Shock. I just had a feeling when they were charging him down and he pulled out the Deagle, I just had a feeling we'd see it again. 9 seconds to get the plant down, and Haji's in the right spot. The dream is killed. Again, spam the NTs in chat for that, because he's had so many hit those and only really been rewarded with one of them. Wow, nice try, man. But Falcons are now edging toward this finish line. Good damage. Here's the replay. Bish. Bosh. Unfortunately, there was no bash.
12-5. It's unfortunate. Shock, I feel like every time he's gotten one of those crazy Deagle rounds, they haven't won it. Hasn't really paid off. It's normally when he's unfortunately already being left alone. Oh, okay. Maybe not this time. I was expecting the second one. The crazy flick, it was close.
That's what? 2? Oh my god. Just buy Deagles, man. Don't buy anything else. Screw the guns. Okay, they've recovered.
They seem to be working better for them.
So what is that now for Shock? That I'm pretty sure. So there was 2. There was 4 on Inferno in similar fashion. Just follow up. I think he actually had a 3rd in one of those rounds too. So that's 5. He's had 2 there. That's 7, and that's another one. So that's 8. And there was definitely more on map 1 as well. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about overall Deagle kills, but the number of crazy rounds he's had has definitely been insane.
Oh yeah, wild, man.
Yeah. To be fair though, we hadn't seen a full buy yet on the T side here from Sinners, so we'll now have at least some sort of a chance for them to start turning things around with the AKs in their hands as well. But yeah, as you had said, it seemed like the Deagles were finding quite a bit of success, so hopefully the AKs can do it as well. Zero spam down through the smoke though, the Tracer's giving him away. Haji has an easy time, just giving a very, very comfortable advantage here within the first few opening seconds, really, over the Falcons. They kind of needed that because the utility isn't all that great, actually, so it's nice to take the pressure off.
Oh, MBK getting caught there. That's Shock again, just deleting someone with a first bullet headshot. That Suture's dropped down, and that gives Tom a quick recovery. MBK was kind of standing sort of in the open for that frag for Shock. I hope he hasn't timed out or anything. Because, I mean, may have been playing a tight line to just look for information, then fall away off of it and throw his utility down and run down ramp. But Shock definitely shocked him in that scenario. So bomb down on B. B-Stick and Tom, 2v3. Haji has a flash, but low HP. Kenny's the one with all the utility in the world to make this a true possibility. And there's already just a kill to calm the situation. But B-Stick has a shot. Haji goes leaping in, looking for a melee. No, looking for a lineup. Oh, that was close. That lineup could have genuinely been possible, but Python takes it in the end. They both have kits. Defuse is comfortable. 14 on the board. 2 away from next season's Challenger League.
Yeah, it's looking like Sinners may indeed have a matchup in the lower brackets that they're going to have to deal with. Let me give it a quick refresh, see if we've got a victor in that game. Not quite yet. Map 3 actually only really begun between Heat and Alternate Attacks, which is likely a banger of a matchup as well. I'd say Heat should be taking that, but they're going into Map 3 versus Alternate. That's maybe a little bit surprising to me.
Alternate Attacks have been pretty decent lately, as well, gotta say.
A good few names in there I'm not as familiar with, so definitely good to see again new names coming up.
German Counter-Strike, right? Need more than just big, for sure.
Yeah, you don't see, like, I mean, you always have new Polish players, new Polish teams, but it doesn't feel like you get new German teams or new French teams all the time. Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you.
Poland has a pretty large population. It's killed by 0.
Our producer will have something to say about that. He's Polish himself. MBK supposed to be cheeky.
It is the first nation you think of, the first small nation anyway, because obviously Russia and all have loads of players.
Yeah.
But when you think of what's a nation that just always has new talent coming up and new teams that you're seeing coming together in these tournaments, it's Poland. It's just always, there's always someone new to see, someone new being brought into the standard teams, the ones you recognize as well. It's nice just to have things spicing up constantly.
Yeah.
Good MP9 damage there.
I was about to say, MBK's having a really good round here. He might only be 8 and 16, but that long throw with the nade got himself that opening. He's very low himself, and Forzy will swing for it. So 3v3, but he's done his job in this round. Jumping around, trying to make himself a nuisance. Kenny is already indoor. Catches his shot in the back. Python is the last, even though he's blind. Kenny and Python team up for the final 2. Kenny's 21 and 10. Python is 24 and 9. And Falcons are 15 to 5.
This is looking like it's going to be it, unfortunately, for Sinners. 10 in a row just for an overtime. As I said, they never really were in this position previously in the series where they had to fight from behind. On the other hand, Falcons, they had a scrappy map 1, only really found their footing for a couple of rounds, then managed to come into Inferno and get off to a slow start and still fight their way back in and take a good victory, and just really haven't looked back since then. Nuke has been a breeze almost. Doubling up on ramp. See this too often, especially playing the same position. Has given quite a bit of freedom over to Sinners as they work towards the outside control. We see a 1-for-1 trade. I think that was actually in towards main where they took that fight. So one of the A players gone down.
Every time I watch an AWPer at the back of ramp, I really want them just to hit a random pop shot and just see if they will bang someone through the edge.
Bang, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, this looks like it could be coming to an end. Kenny flies himself up the ladder, sees a player in main, but help is there from Masuta. And Shock is 1v2 with 34 HP to keep the dream alive. Sinners are not eliminated. They will go to the lower bracket, but Falcons are going to confirm it. So no worries for them at all. They're going to be in next season's Challenger League. Season 44. First season with Anubis in the pool, of course, as well. Plenty of fun to have there. Shock is working his way up toward heaven. He's walking straight into the issue. Suter will deal with it. And that's game, set, and match for Falcons. And I've got to say, props to them. Huge